This corps is probably amongst one of the corps that a lot of people think they should have won. They only lost by a very small margin, but this show is one of the most epic shows ever in DCI history. We're going to talk about it next on the Marching Arts Network. Welcome back to the Marching Arts Network. Thank you for joining me. I'm the Stress Master. This is part number 2 of my series on the best second place finishes of all time for drum corps. Once again, this drum corps we're going to talk about only lost by a very small margin. Probably one of the most epic shows ever in history. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But before we get there, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. And make sure that you spread the love with this channel. We would really appreciate it. Over 60% of you that are watching this video right now are not going to hit that subscribe button. And I don't know why. It does help us. It helps you because you get notified when we have cool videos like the one you're about ready to watch. So let's talk about this show. You guys saw by the title, it's 1987 Santa Clara Vanguard. This show is just... yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scores real quick. Okay, so you can see here that the cadets played Appalachian Spring. Is also one of the most innovative shows of its era. A very innovative show, very cool show. They have the dissolving company front. They have the block where they just move off into the back corner. But then it goes. Then you have in second place Santa Clara Vanguard, who played an unbelievably gutsy show. I mean, just power, raw power throughout the entire. Just the first 3 minutes alone is just this unbelievable, just aggressiveness, and then it goes into this gorgeous middle section, and then the ending is just once again back to that aggressive. The closer, man, it's just so amazing, so amazing. But we're gonna get watching that. I gotta find my earphones. You know what? We're gonna put on our headphones for this one because I want to hear the raw power here. So here we go. I had to wear the good headphones because I want to hear all this magical show here. Everything about the show is just so good. Very similar, like little tent thing that they used in '86. In fact, I think it's the same one. I like the reveal of the drums there, very cool. Here comes the bill. Amazing drum line, man. Listen to that raw power, man. I'm jealous of Kanan because he got to see this all season. He saw it from the very beginning when he was marching Freelancers. Man, but the Contras, holy man, they're just like, they staged them perfectly in the front, man, so you can hear that. One thing on this recording is you can hear those bells, man. They're just loud, really loud. It's probably just to speak the microphones. So good. So good. Just the raw power, man. Just 3 minutes of just in your face. I mean, let's look. We're at 3:43, and that was the opener. Ooh, man, baritones. Nice mellophones. Pretty cool with the guard there with the hoops and the little ball. I can't remember what that's called, but it's like it's on a like a tether, so they can swing it around. Here we go. Pounding the crap out of the mallets. It's hilarious. It's just the 4 microphones, man. So good. Wow, drumline. Holy crap. Nice little gated turn there. So damn good. And this little ballet section coming up here. Oh my gosh. Oh. I love everything about this show. He's like sweating it, man. They're wearing those hats. Oh my god, it must have been so hot. No Aussies. If you're someone that's only marched like maybe in the 2000s on B flat, whenever you and there's a lot of great horn lines now. Don't get me wrong, but you could have such a much richer, darker, bigger sound with the smaller amount of people on G bugle than you can with the B flat horn. It's just the way it is. But man, hearing when I saw '89 Santa Clara when they did Phantom of the Opera, it was the very first show I saw live. Man, it blew my socks off, literally. It was so loud. Just the opening hits. Snow King. The truck gets the ice cream, man. Very big drill, like really spread out. My best friend's cousin Paul is actually in the Guard, and he's I haven't really pointed him out yet, but he's been on camera like multiple times. The Guard this year was just so amazing, so good. Still kind of doing the symmetrical drill. Asymmetrical, but this part really kind of calls for it. And the magic trick. You can see the girl here, but it's from up top. You probably couldn't see that. But everybody lost their stuff. Every year they did a magic trick. Alright, mark time, man. And all the low brass are right in the front, man. So damn good, man. Alright, well, tell me what you guys thought in the comments below. This show is just, it never gets old. I've listened to it a 1,000 times. It never gets old. It's always just amazing. The raw power. They stage the low brass in the front most of the show, and then you just get that power. You know, you got the triangle of sound, you know, low brass and then up to the higher brass. And they're staged really well. So let's take a look at the scores one more time. Let me pull that back up here. Here we go. Okay, just want to make sure I got the right place. So the Cadets, they did Appalachian Spring, beautiful show. And then Santa Clara did Russian Christmas. So I think there was some cleanliness things in the very beginning of Santa Clara's show. Lines weren't straight, stuff like that. But the execution level, I mean, just the raw energy and power. Cadets were a little more refined in terms of technicality. They didn't have the raw power. They were still really good. Let's take a look at the recaps real quick, because I think it's kind of interesting. You're going to see some perfect scores here, and that was part of the controversy of 1987 in percussion. So let's talk about that. I think this is the very first time any corps had ever gotten a perfect score in a caption. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was the very first year. But let's start with general effect. Brass 14.8 to a 14.7, 9.7 to a 10.0 in percussion. So they won GE percussion by 0.3 of a point, and that's where the 10s come into play. 14.6 in visual to 14.0, so 0.6 of a point. Wow, so 39.1 to 38.7, so there's 0.4 there. They tied in ensemble brass with 19.7 each there. And then percussion, this is really where the difference was, 0.5 of a point. So that 0.4 here, but they beat them by 0.5 there. And then they tied here in visuals, so that's the 0.1. But, you know, 1/10 of a point, man, only separated them. That was it, 0.1, 0.1. The next closest core was Cavaliers, and that was 3 points. That's a huge spread between second and third. I don't think I've seen a spread like that in a long time. So that's a pretty big spread. And then you had third, fourth, and fifth kind of grouped together here, all within 1/10 of a point of each other. So pretty interesting. And then Velvet Knights, Suncoast Sound, 88.8, Spirit of Atlanta, Blue Coats, and then Skyriders with an 81.9, which is West Side Story, which is a show. If you missed it on the podcast, I'm going to put it up here in the put it up here in the corner. You guys can go back and watch that. We met with Dale Antoine, the executive director of Skyriders, who's helping bring the core back into competition. So really excited to see that. But all right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this second part of the series. Next video is going to be in the 90s. We're going to jump to the 90s and watch one of my favorite shows from the 90s. So can't wait to share it with you guys. So please make sure you subscribe. Please also make sure you visit our YouTube page, where you can do lots of different things. You can become a member of our channel and help support the channel. You get exclusive access to videos as soon as they launch before anybody else. So you actually get them sometimes a day before, and 8 hours before, 12 hours before they go live. And then also make sure that you visit our merchandise store, where you can buy hats, shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, onesies, things for your dogs, backpacks, fanny packs, stuff like that, with the Marching Arts logo. And there's also some other designs on there that I think are pretty darn cool. So thank you guys so very much for joining us. We truly appreciate it. As always, be safe, especially those affected by the fires down in Southern California. We are hoping everything is okay with all of you. I know a couple freelancers have had loss. They've lost their home. So we love you. We appreciate all the first responders and everybody down there, firefighters, and everybody taking care of the fire the best they can. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, march on.